All right, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today for the top 10 list for Nick Fury Eternity of Pain Week 2. Now, of course, as always, you hear me say it every week, do not feel pressure to get a solo on this fight. You're going to see lots of solos. I uploaded one already, but revives and potions were made for a reason. There's absolutely no shame in using them, so do not ever feel bad about having to use items on this very difficult content. That being said, let's jump right into it today with the top 10 list for Nick Fury. So this fight was a lot of fun. I had a really good time doing it today on stream before my entire computer froze mid-stream. If you were there, you know, it was fun. The stream just cut out. But regardless, the objectives, small and cosmic, offensive burst, and fantastic 4, which is very rough for the Paragon objective. That is very, 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 very rough, man. It's a tough one, especially with the nodes in the fight here. So nodes on this guy, he's got like burnout or whatever the hell it's called, where it's like that node where like he uses like 10 special attacks and then he goes like power locked or whatever, right? And on top of that, if you have a debuff on you, his specials will cost 0 power. Now, you will get a debuff on you if you hit him on his block. He'll get shanked, okay? It's a shank node. You get a bleed on you, which you can use to heal, by the way. It's a very weak bleed. And also, if you block, you have a 100% chance to get a disorient debuff. But if you do a well-timed block, it's a 50% chance. So, that's pretty much all the nodes on this guy. Nick Fury is a tough defender as he is, and when you put a few of those nodes on top of him, he becomes pretty difficult. Now, there are a few options that are just clear really, really, really good, and of course, they're going to be at the top of the list, and we'll get to that. But first things first, number 10 is actually going to be offensive bursters, okay? So we have right here the offensive bursters. Let's take a look at all of them. Now, some of them are, of course, going to be on the list, some that I feel are better than others. There are certainly going to be, like, you know, better options than others, and the thing is, this is such a very, very large pool of champions that, you know, even if you don't have a champion who's amazing for it, let's just say, for example, Sasquatch, right? Definitely not going to be like the best for this fight. But let's say he's like really your only option you have ranked up. Yeah, you're probably not going to come anywhere close to soloing it with Sasquatch, although he has a lot of damage. Well, and you play well, maybe he could. My point is, he's not going to be amazing for the fight. But like, if that's your only option, these are the champions who are going to fulfill that objective. You know, so there's a lot of options there, okay? A lot of options there on that list. But that is, you know, like I said, man, if you have one of those options that are on the list, probably go with them. They're probably going to be better. But in the worst case scenario, if you have a smaller account, man, don't let a top 10 list, you know, discourage you. Let's keep it rolling here. Number 9, we have CGR. So CGR, man, he just can come in and nuke things, right? You know, there's going to be, you know, some things that make it a little bit difficult for him in this fight. Of course, you know, if you dex with CGR, it's fine. It might make the fight go a little bit longer. You might have to do a different rotation. It's fine. But with Nick Fury here, you really want to push him to special 2, and you really kind of want to dex that special 2. It's going to hit really hard through the block. You know, he's going to be getting lots of fury and stuff like that. So CGR, it's not going to be a quick nuke, but he definitely can get the job done without a doubt. He can do a lot of things when he's not, you know, like barred from gaining buffs and barred from doing the armor breaks. So up next, we have Angela. Angela fits the small and cosmic objective, which is, you know, a little bit more niche here, a little bit more niche than offensive burst, but she's definitely really good for the fight. Not my favorite option, but I actually have a few friends who already use Angela, and Angela did a fine enough job. Up next, we have Domino. Now, a lot of people have been ranking up their Dominoes lately for Battlegrounds, man. So if you ranked up your Domino, she fits the offensive burst, man. Give her a spin here. You know, here's the thing with Domino. You kind of go into a fight, and then sometimes things just happen, and it's just not fair, right? So that's kind of what's going to happen here. Of course, she can shrug off the bleed right away when you hit him on the block. You know, there's going to be the ability accuracy shenanigans going on, plus she does some decent enough damage, especially as the fight goes on longer and longer and longer. So yeah, Domino, always a decent option for stuff like this, to be entirely honest. Up next, we have the only member of the Fantastic Four on the list. It's Human Torch. I put him at number 6, man. MSD put up a video of soloing Nick Fury with Torch if you want to see the strategy. I personally really do not like Torch for this fight, but I also do not like Invisible Woman, Thing, or Mr. Fantastic for the fight. So I'm probably going to use Torch for it eventually when I do it. But yeah, I'm not digging that objective, man. It's tough. It's a tough objective, man. It's definitely a very restrictive objective. I mean, like, most people have at least one member of the Fantastic Four at this point. But it's just like, oof, man, rough with this node set and champ combo and all this other stuff. Up next, we have Havoc. Havoc, really good. for Nick Fury in general, and really solid for this one with the shank node. You hit him on the block, you get the plasma, good stuff, right? You put the destructive feedback on the heavy attack, gonna be doing some consistent damage over time. Definitely gonna be a very decent option. Many people have used Havoc for it already. There are videos on YouTube of Havoc versus Nick Fury. You can search it up if you want to see the strategy. Really solid stuff there. Up next, man. Oh boy, we got Gam. We got Gamora coming in with 2 objectives, small and cosmic and offensive burst. Gamora does a lot of damage, dude. Sweeta put up a video of doing 2 objectives with Gamora, right? Really solid stuff. Go check that out if you're going to be using your Gamora. Really solid, man. She is very good. I have to rank up my Gamora. I keep saying I want to rank up Gamora, and now, you know, rank 3s are just like coming in like easier and easier with all the Battlegrounds rewards. I really got to rank her up. I would have loved to try her out today. She's probably going to be next on my list for Cosmic. She's just really fun. Speaking of favorite cosmics, though, we got my girl. We got my freaking girl, Cersei. Oh, I love Cersei. Now, Cersei has something absolutely amazing here for this fight, and that is glancing. Minus 100% ability accuracy, offensive ability actually the defender has when they hit you, okay? That's only when the glancing is active, though. But Cersei can do a lot of damage and control the fight really well. So once you build up your Furies, right, if you don't know how to play Cersei, you're going to have to look up a little bit of a guide first before you go into this blind with Cersei. But you want to do your medium ending combos, build up your transmutation buffs, go for the special 2 when you're close to Nick Fury, build up a lot of Furies, right? Hit Fury, build Furies with the special 2. Bait out his special 2, of course, right? And you want to go for the special 1 chain when you're far away to keep those Furies up, stun him, keep pushing him the special 2, and keep the fight rolling like that. She's definitely going to be really solid for it. Of course, when he goes stun immune towards the end, it's going to be a little bit more difficult in the second life, but that's really going to be the story for most of the champions here. Up next, man. Up next, now, I'm not even certain if this guy really belongs in number 2, but this is a champion who just does not get any love ever. So when there's a champion that's really good for a fight, and you know they don't get much love, I like to put them high on the list. So we have Sauron at number 2. Sauron is really good for this fight, man. He fits the offensive burst objective. It makes me think that, like, you know, during the Gauntlet week, Omega Red is probably going to be, like, really good, because Omega Red does a lot of things Sauron does, but it's a little bit better, especially with Shank here on this Nick Fury. I mean, Omega Red's going to be great during the Gauntlet week. Who was last week? Was it Havoc? Yeah. I mean, Omega Red could do that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Point is, Sauron, so good for this, man. With his Sig ability specifically, when the Dino Degen is on Nick Fury and you get the bleed on you from Shank, you put a passive bleed on him, man. It's good stuff. Plus, it's going to be healing 100% from that bleed, man. It's going to be really solid. He's really good for it. He goes unblockable very easy as well, so you get those easy openings. Plus, he's a mutant, so you're not going to be giving Fury as many tactical charges, right? Go for those the special 2 for the big damage, special 1 for the healing, and you can go for the special 3 to put the big Dino Degen on. I tried it one time in Sauron, and I got him down off stream with a solo, just like kind of swiping back and forth. Sauron, really good for this fight, man. Just really solid. Really cool to see a champion like that who's very underappreciated do so well in a very difficult fight. But number 1, holy crap, man, absolutely phenomenal option. Oh my goodness gracious, if you haven't seen the video of the solo I already put up, go watch it. Proxima Midnight fits 2 objectives, small and cosmic, offensive burst, absolutely incredible. The thing that Cersei does, which is so great with her glancing, right, the offensive ability accuracy on parry, same thing that, what's his face, Cap Sam Wilson has, is awesome. Proxima has that 100% of the time on all blocks. It is unbelievably powerful. It is unbelievably underrated. Proxima Midnight, one of the most underrated champions in the entire game for that ability, man. Kinetic transference, off. Right? The node where you parry or you block and you gain the disorient, off. Doesn't exist. Those nodes don't exist with Proxima. One of the most underrated champions in the entire game, man. You know, the thing is, like, she has some of the highest damage output possible, plus incredible utility, and she's unbelievably underrated. Now, her block efficiency is a little bit low, which definitely hurts her a little bit here, but at the same time, man, you're not going to be getting the disorients, so it's going to be okay. The disorients are a problem for almost every other champion in the game in this fight, even for Cersei, right? Because she doesn't have that 100% uptime like Proxima does. Now, with Proxima, what you want to do, preferably you're awakened, you want to gain your 4th mission, 100 hits. When you gain the 3rd mission, no matter how it happens with, you know, RNG, and then you want to go for the special 3, okay? And you're going to pretty much kill off Nick Fury in his first life. Then you want to go for the special 2, and he's pretty much going to be dead. So yeah, it definitely takes a solid amount of skill and experience with Proxima to do it, but I do think it's worth the effort to play around with her and get it down, because it is so much fun, and she is so good for it. Counters everything going on in this fight really, 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 really well. So yeah, man, obviously huge fan of Proxima. I actually recently took her to rank 3. First time I really got to use her, man. Super excited about it. And yeah, top 10 list for Nick Fury. Of course, you know, there's going to be other options too, especially when the pool of small cosmic champions is so small and niche like this. Maybe you have Symbiote Spidey ranked up from the Karina's Challenge. Throw him in if you don't have anybody else. Captain Marvel movie, right? Maybe even Captain Marvel Classic. Got Medusa as well. Medusa fitting 2 objectives. Kamala Khan, Sweeto, where's the video, dude? Phoenix as well, right? But Phoenix might be too great because you do want to do some parries, right? That the Destroyer's going to get onto you. But yeah, point is, man, there's definitely going to be some options for the objectives here. Fantastic Four is going to be difficult, man, but I mean, just get it done with whoever you got to get it done with. There's only 5 options: the 4 members and Super Skrull. Maybe Super Skrull will be good for this. I didn't try him. I don't know. I don't like the champion. But that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big like. Let me know who you use in the comment section below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future Return of the Pain content coming to you next week. I'll be seeing you around.